despite AI hype, 80% of AI projects still spend time on data prep and not the model development. Data engineering teams are mostly focused on pipelines, ETL, ELT, governance, while AI teams care more about your feature stores, GPUs, inference, APIs, model drift monitoring, and a lot of other things. And often when they do not have a common shared contract, then there comes the gap where weeks turns into months when you have to really deploy any AI application. AI is not a layer on top of your data stack. It's the reason to modernize your data stack.
Been working with numerous customers where they have spent years, like 10 years, 15 years plus, building their big data warehouses, building their data marts and all those kind of big frames where they have entire data. Now struggling when employing these AI models because they have to ensure that the data is clean, it's consistent, it's properly formatted.
I think the organizations to really adopt the feature store concept, it is too expensive.
It's not about too expensive. It's just about understanding your data and your use case in a much more detailed fashion. Because at this point of time, I still feel that only 30 to 40% of the organizations are yet prepared for jumping on the AI and ML workloads or deploying their solutions on AI ML.
I think that's very, very valid as well, that without understanding, I have seen organizations that on the pressure, right, the peer pressure or other companies' pressure, they build the POCs, do not understand their use cases, and ultimately it never scales. You both are working on the real-time injections, be it retail or healthcare or any other company. Everybody now wants real-time data intake, real-time interactions, basically. The first couple of steps a batch-based organization need to start to really move into the real-time AI predictions or projections.
When we talk about all the real-time data, then we talk about the event-driven structures. We talk about monitoring. We talk about feedback of how it works. We talk about detecting models, featuring models. We talk about everything. That's how, the first step is to think about how it works, where it works, how are we governing it, how are we securing it, and then it moves on.
Some of the infrastructure upgrades, that are non-negotiable if you want to go ahead and, move towards the real-time AI.
Let's say if you're working in a hybrid model, or if you're working completely on-prem model, or if you're working completely over the cloud. So let's consider all the three scenarios, right? You come up with a use case, you try to implement a real-time AI, but while you are halfway implementing the POC, you suddenly realize that the requirements suddenly got changed, or you understood the requirements in a different manner.
You both have been working in regulated industries like healthcare and finance. You do PII masking before ingestion, full audit trails, kill switches for runways, automations if needed. What exactly is responsible AI engineering in your terms?
Let's take in a real-time scenarios, right? So what you have to do is it talks about, how do you govern the data? What is the linkage between it? So making sure all the data feeding the models is clean, unbiased, and fully traceable. No matter what, whether you're AI engineer, data engineer, or be it any engineer, this ensuring compliance with industry regulations is what gives you a strong control over what you're doing.
Ask yourself, if you shipped an AI model into production tomorrow, how is your data infrastructure be ready to carry it all the way without breaking?